Ready? Right, I've had some lessons with another instructor, but I've never ever met you before. But I have had all my lessons in the car exactly like this, so I am familiar with the controls of the Golf.
Okay.
I've got my test coming up in 2 weeks and 4 days. I'm really nervous about it, yeah? My instructor who can't make it today, he's just going to have a look at my approach to pedestrian crossings and my use of signals by indicator and by arm.
Okay.
And we've never had a chance to have a go at these arm signals.
Right. Okay.
So, what level am I?
You're partly trained.
No. Got a test coming up in a little over 2 weeks.
So you're fully trained.
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 Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'm either beginner, partly trained, which would be phase 1,
Yeah.
or if it's phase 2, it'd be trained or full licence holder, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I've got a test coming up in a little over 2 weeks.
Mhm.
So I want you to treat you as a pupil at the trained level. And the subject is pedestrian crossings and use of signals by indicator and by arm.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so my name's Tony, so unless you've got any questions, I'll hand over to you, Sue.
Okay. Hi Tony, my name's Sue. I'm pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Understand that you've got tests coming up shortly.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've been asked by Bob, unfortunately Bob's not very well, if I could come out and just look at pedestrian crossings and use of signals by signal and by arm. Okay.
By indicator and arm.
By indicator and arm, sorry. So my understanding is you've never done arm signals before.
No, I've never had a try. I've never tried them on lesson now because it's always been raining and Bob didn't want to get the car wet.
Okay, so then what we'll do then, we'll go through the arm signals before we leave here, so that I can just show you the arm signals. Then we'll put them into use while we're out on the drive.
Okay.
So if we're going to turn right, Tony, we're going to put our arm out of the window and we're going to put our arm straight, like hands straight like that. So that's to turn right. If we're going to turn left, we're going to rotate our hand anti-clockwise, clockwise like that. And if we're going to slow down, we're going to put our palm of our hand flat and up and down like so. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to imagine that we're actually out on the road, and I want you to make sure that you check over your right blind spot before you put your hand out, because we don't want to put your hand out if there's a car coming up on the inside of us. So it's really important. And
so when I'm driving along I have to look over my right blind spot.
What I want you to do is I want you to look in the middle mirror and your right door mirror. Make sure we've got no cars coming up on the inside of us, we've got nobody overtaking you. And then I want you to put your arm out and I want you to show me how you'd turn right, please.
The cars on the inside are going to be a problem to me, are they?
No, because you're going to be, the traffic's going to come past you on the right hand side, isn't it? So if we're driving,
Bob calls it the outside. I don't know.
Okay, so on the outside then. So if I want you to check and make sure.
I call it the right hand side.
Okay, so if you've got any, I want you to check to make sure we've got no cars coming past us on the right hand side. So you're going to check your middle mirror and right mirror, and then you're going to put your hand out if it's safe to do so. We must make sure it's safe. So what I'd like you to do is I want you to imagine that we're driving along. So I want you to check.
Because I might damage your car if I put my hand at the window.
No, you're going to get your arm chopped off, aren't you?
Oh, is that the reason?
Your arm out.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what I want you to do is I want you to check your middle mirror and your right mirror, and I want you to put your hand out to say that we're going right.
All right.
Okay, I want you to stretch your arm out for me. That's right.
Okay.
Okay, bring your arm back in. Bring your arm back in. And what you're going to be doing when you're driving, you're going to have your left hand on the steering wheel, so you've got control of the car, and your right hand's going to come back to the steering wheel.
Right.
Okay.
Try that again.
Yeah. So keep your left hand on the steering wheel. I want you to check your mirrors now. Make sure it's safe. Check this mirror and that mirror. Make sure nobody's overtaken. Then put your arm out to say that you're going right. So can you do that for me? Okay. Bring your arm back in now and onto the steering wheel. And we're only going to put your arm out for about 3 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, palm facing down, isn't it? Yeah.
No, palm facing like that for me. So we're going right.
Oh.
No, like that, Tony. Right, and bring your right hand back in again. Now what I want you to imagine is that we're going left, so you're going to rotate your arm like that for turning left. So check your middle mirror, right mirror, and we're going to turn left, please. So checking your mirrors to make sure nothing's coming. So can you Okay, so put your arm out and rotate your arm. No, turning it towards the car. So turning it towards. No, Tony, turning it this way. So turning it clockwise.
Oh, I can never do this clockwise.
Okay, so turn it towards the front wheels. Turn your hand towards the front wheels. That's it. And then bring the car.
Does it go the same way the wheels go?
Same way, yeah, the wheels go.
Oh, the wheel of the car goes?
Yes.
Oh, the steering wheel. All right, yeah.
Yeah, so bring your hand back to the steering wheel. Now I want you to imagine that we're slowing down, so your hand's going to be flat and you're going to lift your hand up and down, but I want you to use the whole of your arm and put your arm and your hand out and move your hand up and down. So what process are we going to use before we put our arm out?
I'll keep my hand on the wheel.
Yeah.
Check that door mirror.
Yeah, middle mirror as well, so we get a true picture of what's going on. And then we're going to slow down.
Oh, yeah.
No, hand flat, Tony. Your hand's got to be flat and up and down. Nice big movements.
That's big, isn't it?
No, bigger movements, Tony, because cars aren't going to see that hand, are they? The whole of your arm you're going to lift up and down, not just your hand.
Oh, from the shoulder?
Yeah, from your shoulder. Okay. And then
how long will I do that for?
3 seconds, and then bring your hand back in.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do when we're out on the move, we're also going to use our signals as well, but we're just going to reinforce the instruction with our hand signals. Okay. So when we're using those indicators, obviously we use our indicators for turning right and left. Can you think of any other signals that we can use to let the car?
Yeah, brake lights.
Brake lights, okay.
Shall I set myself up?
Yeah, can you set yourself up then and then we'll go.
I want to pass this test in a few weeks' time.
So have you done any work on pedestrian crossings, so you know what to expect on pedestrian crossings?
Oh, yeah, loads.
Okay. What about...
Yeah, I've got my test in 2 weeks and 4 days.
All right, so...
and 10 minutes.
Okay. So what we'll do then, we'll go out on the drive and I'm going to ask you to identify these crossings for me and I'll work with you on those, okay? See if I've got the knowledge there. Right, so when you're ready, so just tell me what you're looking for in this mirror, please.
Yeah, what's behind me?
What can you see in that mirror?
Oh, I can't see much, but I can square the whole back window. I can see a bit of my head restraint, I can actually see a bit of yours.
Okay, and your right door mirror?
Again, I can't see very much, but I can see the door handles. And I can see the mirrors about the right heights where I normally have it.
Okay.
And the same in that one.
All right. So when you're ready then, we'll go.
Right at the parking bay and right at the end.
So right out of the parking bay and right at the end of the road, Tony, please.
Should I put the windows up or should I leave it down?
Leave your window down because we're going to go through the hand signals. Okay, so at the end of the road we're going to turn right. I'm going to get you to use the right, so go through the normal process and I want you to indicate with your right hand as well, Tony. So don't forget, left hand stays on the steering wheel. Stretch your arm out for me, bring your hand back in. Okay. What you need to do, Tony, is your hand needs to be flat when you put your hand out. Not
flat.
So
it was flat.
So I want your hand like that. So not flat.
No, palm facing forward, you mean?
Palm facing forwards, yes, please.
And we're going to turn right.
Set the next turning on the right, please. So remember, we're going to do our hand signal as well, Tony. So where are you going to look before you put your hand down?
The door mirror.
Palm flat, Tony.
Flat. Yeah, it is flat. Yeah.
No, palm facing.
So
no, that's it.
Facing what?
Facing towards the front of the car.
Oh, forward.
Bring your hand back in for me and onto the steering wheel.
Yeah, because I thought palm flat was.
No, sorry, your hand, yeah.
And we're going to turn left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. So we're going to use our hand signal again for turning left, Tony. So check, where are you going to check before you put your hand
the door mirror.
Yeah, and put your left hand on the steering wheel for me to keep control. And remember, you're going to turn the hand towards...
Oh, yeah.
You just pull up on the left for me.
Yeah, can I try that slowing down one?
Okay, yeah, put your hand out then. So what we're going to do, check your mirrors before you slow down.
All right, yeah.
And I want you to keep your left hand on the
Alright,
steering wheel,
yeah.
and I want you to use the whole of your arm, not just your hand. The arm goes up
Alright,
and
yeah.
down. That's it. Bring your right hand back and onto the steering
Oh,
wheel. Okay. What I want to do is just talk you through that left hand one. That left hand signal, you're going to put your arm out like that, and you're going to rotate your hand towards the front of the car. You're going to rotate it the way the wheels turn. So if you think the wheels are going that way, it's going to turn that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that way.
Yeah, but what we should have done there, what should we have done before you put your arm out?
Look in the mirror, I did.
Okay.
Right, okay. You can leave the arm signals for now, yeah? But
All right.
the indicators carry all the way through the
All right. Okay.
subject, yeah?
Yep. Thank you.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. Tony, what indicator? We're turning right, not left. You've got your indicators on turning
All right,
left here,
sorry.
haven't you? Turn them right for me.
Silly me.
So if you put misleading signals on, what's going to happen behind the cars
You're a bit
behind?
confused, isn't it? Just me getting a bit tizzy and obviously getting nervous, I think.
We'll iron all those issues out today.
End right.
End of the road, I'd like you to turn right for me, please. Turning, what mirrors are we going to check for turning right?
Oh, middle right.
Put your signal on for me then. What other signal are we giving the car? As we're slowing the car down coming up to that junction, what other signal
Position and speed, yeah.
Position and
Yeah,
speed.
Bob's always got on about that.
Yeah. And what else? What other lights would have come on that car as you press the
Brake
brake light?
lights.
Okay.
Oh, you just give me the answer there, didn't you?
That's all right.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. Right, Tony, you need to put your signal on
Yeah.
sooner.
A couple of minutes sooner.
You're going to put your signal on about 6 car lengths away from the
Oh,
junction. You can actually put your signal on right on the junction here, so it didn't give time.
Oh, that's
cars
about 6, 7
behind.
car lengths, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. So I'm going to help you with that, okay?
It's not important. I had it on anyway.
No,
didn't
it is important that you had the your indicators on because the cars behind don't know.
it? Just stop on there, too. I had it on there, he didn't take any notice of it.
Sorry?
I had it on there, he didn't take any notice of it. It's very important, out roll,
Mhm.
if I make an error
Yeah.
and you tell me to do something different,
Mhm.
you give me a reason, or you ask me at this level,
Yeah.
do I know the reason why?
Okay.
Yeah, the analysation has got to lead you to the remedial action, isn't it?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So because you're not finding out from me how far back I should put the signal on,
Mhm.
you don't know whether I know or not.
Right.
And you don't even know if I know the importance of having the signal
Yeah.
on a good time, yeah?
Okay.
Well, that would lead you to the remedial action. If you asked me, and I said to you, oh yeah, I need a signal about 6, 7 car lengths, so everybody around me's got time to react. But I'm popping a signal on maybe 1.5 car lengths away.
Yeah.
Well, then what's the problem that needs to be worked on?
You need to work on that because you're not.
Yeah. What is the problem in good old plain English? What's the problem you've got to work on?
You putting the indicator on at the right time.
At the right time.
Yeah.
It's the timing of the signal, isn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But you have to get there to come in with the remedial action. Otherwise, you're going to be telling me everything, isn't it?
Yes. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. No, it's
Yeah?
fine. Yep. Yep. Okay, Tony. So why is it important that we put that signal on before 1.5 car lengths from the junction?
Oh, so people around me got time to react, isn't it?
Okay.
And we're going to turn left.
We're going to take the next turning on the left. So where are we going to put that signal on?
Right now.
We need to put it on, don't we? 6 to 7 car lengths. That's about 1.5 car lengths there. So we need to put that signal on sooner. So let's work together on that and sort that
No, I
one
thought
out.
you were going to work on that one. I thought I was getting it right. Watching out for pedestrians there. pedestrians can cross anywhere, can they?
Oh, yes, they can.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. So we're going to check our mirrors, put our signal on, Tony, now.
Oh, have I been missing the mirrors?
You need to check mirrors first, then put
No,
the signal.
have I been missing the mirrors?
Not that I'm aware of, no. You've been checking your mirrors, but you've not been putting your signal on at the appropriate time. So
Again, just coming out of roll.
Mm-hmm.
What was the area you had to work on?
Signals.
Which part of the signal?
Not putting it on soon enough.
The timing of the signal?
Yeah.
Did I miss any mirrors?
No.
So, wouldn't that be over instruction?
Yes.
At the end of this lesson today,
Yeah.
I'm going to go away feeling I've only got one more lesson with Bob next week.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to fail my test, haven't I?
Yeah.
My
Okay.
confidence is all shot, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we're going to turn right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. Put your signal on now, Tony. And why is it important we get that signal on sooner?
How many car lengths was that?
That's about six to seven cars.
Oh, that's what it. Oh, that's 6, 7 car lengths. Oh, I was putting it on too late then, was I?
Yeah, you were putting it on too
Oh.
late. And what would be the consequences of putting that signal on too late?
People around me wouldn't have time to react, would they?
Okay. So you can see how important it is we get that signal on sooner.
Yeah. It was just my timing of I think I was using little smart cars, wasn't
So let's work out then about 6 to 7 car lengths on this next junction.
I? End of the road, left.
The end of the road, I'd like you to turn left, please.
No, this one's easy. I can count the cars, can't I?
Yeah. Okay.
About where that white van is.
About there. You're going to put the signal on, aren't you? That's right.
And I've done my mirrors.
And everybody knows what you do, what your intentions are. And what else will tell people behind us? So you've got your signal on, checked.
Oh, my position and speed, isn't it?
Position and speed.
Yeah.
So if you've got your position and speed and you hadn't got your indicators on, okay, from your position they might be able to work out, but putting your signal on will also confirm it, won't it? I'll take Tony. We're also looking now for these pedestrian crossings and pedestrian crossings. So just remind me, what's a controlled pedestrian crossing?
Oh, one that's controlled by lights, isn't it?
Yeah. And do you know what the difference is? So we've got a puffing crossing. What's the difference between a puffin and a pelican crossing?
Oh, it's the one that's got the flashing amber.
And what does it mean on that flashing amber?
That means I can go if the crossing's cleared, doesn't it? That's one there, isn't it?
Yes. And you're right. Yeah, you can go if the crossing's clear on a flashing amber. So on a puffing crossing, what sort of light sequence is there on a puffing crossing?
Oh, normal light sequence.
Okay. So what sort of a crossing is this?
Oh, I didn't see that one. Sorry.
So on approach to those crossings, Tony, where are we going to look when we come up to the crossings?
Oh, at the crossing.
Right, we've got up ahead of us here.
Zebra.
Yeah, where are we going to look first as we
Oh, at the
approach that
crossing.
zebra? Where else are we going to look?
In the mirrors.
And why are we going to look in those mirrors?
This is the speed of the vehicles behind me. And turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right, please. So what I want you to do, Tony, is I want you to look ahead, and when you see one of these crossings, I want you to tell me, please.
Oh, I see one now.
Okay. How have you identified that crossing?
See the lights?
Okay, and what else can we use to
Boxes.
identify the crossings? What about the zigzag lines on the ground?
Oh, yeah.
What do those zigzag lines mean on the ground?
Oh, and I'm not allowed to park or overtake on them, am
Can you overtake any time on a zebra crossing?
I can overtake a bike, can I?
Mm-hmm. What about if a car's broken down?
Well, yeah, I'm not going to sit behind them.
Yeah, okay. And when you come round that car on the zebra crossing, what are you going to do? If we've got a broken down car and you come round the broken bit?
No, look at the crossing.
Yeah, okay. Why is it important we scan that crossing?
So, in case any pedestrians do. The crossing. And we're going to turn left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. So if we've got a zebra crossing with an island in the middle, what's the difference between that and a single crossing, a zebra crossing?
No, it's double crossing. Two crossings.
And what do we have to do if it's two crossings? What if we've got a pedestrian who's crossing the first one, so further over from our right? Can we continue to go on our journey if they're...
Yeah, it's treating them as two separate crossings.
Okay. So looking ahead now, have we got a crossing ahead of us?
Oh yeah, it's a zebra.
And how are you identifying that?
Oh, so I see them Felicia beacons.
Right, so where are we going to look first?
I'm going to scan the crossing.
No, where are you going to look
I'm
first?
going to scan the
Are
crossing.
you going to check your mirror first
Oh, yeah,
for
check the
distance
mirror, yeah,
and speed
yeah.
of the cars behind? Because if we've got a car nearer to us, Tony, if very close to us, what we're going to do when we check that mirror?
React a bit earlier.
Yeah,
And turning left.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. So it's really important we check that middle mirror for distance and speed. So, like you say, we're going to react earlier if we see we've got a
And
car
turning
near
left.
to us. I'd like you to take the next turning on the left, please. Okay, so
Oops. See that one?
okay, so what's the sequence of the lights on
He
this?
came up really close behind me, didn't he? After I stopped, I noticed he was really hitting me.
So you can see how important it is that we check distance and speed of the cars behind us. So, what's the light sequence of a crossing? Okay, we've got. So where are we going to check as we approach this crossing, Tony?
And the mirrors.
Check. So check your middle mirror
Oh,
for
right,
me.
yeah. Scan.
So if we got that car was close up behind us, what would we have done if he'd been really close this time behind us?
I would have slowed down a bit earlier.
So looking ahead now, we've got. What have we got up ahead of us?
Oh, I see them Felicia beacons.
Okay. So where are we going to look first?
In the mirror.
So check it for me then.
All right, sorry.
And where we're going to on approach this crossing where
I'll
we're going
scan.
to, yeah, okay.
And turning right.
I'd like you to take the next turning on the right for me. How are you going to right, we've got another looking ahead again, Tony. Where are we
yeah,
going
so,
to look
yeah.
first before we come up to
Oh,
that
in the mirror,
crossing?
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
How am I going to what?
When on approach to that crossing, how are you going to check to see if the pedestrian's going to go across the crossing?
Turning right. Scan the crossing.
Scan the crossing. And are you going to, if they're just stood there, say chatting, what are you going to do? Because sometimes people do that, they forget it's a crossing and stand there and chat. How are you going to establish whether or not you can continue to go?
Just look at them, I suppose.
Yeah. And are you going to wave them across?
Yeah.
Why mustn't you wave them across the zebra?
It's dangerous to wave them across zebra, isn't it?
Why is it dangerous?
They might get hit by another vehicle, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if they're not looking. If you've got, you come up to the zebra and you've got, I don't know, somebody dawdling across the zebra for whatever reason, are you going to rev your engine?